Good morning. My name is Jay Rosenthal. I'm the Managing Director of Business of Cannabis. Welcome to the Cannabis Daily Show for Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. Since 2017, we've highlighted the companies, brands, people, and trends driving the cannabis industry, and we'd love to hear from you in the comments. As always, feel free to visit us at businessofcannabis.com, as well as through all of our social channels, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. And if you're not watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. 3 events I want to tell you about. First, March 10th, we'll be in New York City for Business of Cannabis New York sessions. We'll be at the Williamsburg Hotel in Brooklyn. On March 30th, we'll be online for our monthly retail series. We'll be talking about how to prepare for 420 if you are a retailer or a dispensary. And in September of 2022, we'll be back in New York for Business of Cannabis New York. You can find out links to all of these events in the description below. For today's top stories: Amsterdam on steroids, Virginia's for lovers of cannabis delays, MedMen on the move out of their businesses in Florida, and how the conflict in the Ukraine hurts cannabis. For our first story, New York is predicted to be America's new cannabis capital. Industry watchers believe that the West Coast days at the center of the cannabis action are numbered, and New York City will emerge as America's cannabis capital. This and a story on political. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut are all readying adult use sales, as well as cannabis lounges potentially coming to Atlantic City and all of New York. The Northeast is likely to play an influential role in the post-prohibition future. From Jean Sullivan, she's a New York investor, obviously associated with ArcView. She said, New York is going to be an Amsterdam on steroids. We certainly hope so, because we'll be there a couple of times in the coming years. For our second story, Virginia cannabis bill delayed to 2023. A House of Delegates subcommittee in Virginia voted to delay adult use cannabis sales until 2023. This, according to WTKR. Weeks ago, the Senate there passed a bill that would see sales starting in September, but now Republicans have requested more time to review the rules around sales. For our third story, Florida-based Green Century Holdings is buying MedMen's license, dispensaries, inventory, and cultivation in that state for $83 million, according to New Cannabis Ventures. MedMen will also license its trademark for 2 years, subject to regulatory approvals. The deal is expected to close this spring. For our final story, Russia's violent attacks on Ukraine sent investors scrambling to move investments out of riskier cannabis stocks and into more traditional sectors like gold and government debt. This, according to Business Can. Still, there were a few notable announcements and updates from the industry. Cellular goods fell about 35% due to poor sales reported earlier in the week. Stenocare jumped 9%. It was the only company to perform well in the past week, and Cannabo's acquisition of telemedicine company GPS did not help its stock performance, which fell from about just over 10 pounds per share to around 7 pounds. Those are the stories we're watching today. Join 10,000 others and catch all these stories in your inbox every day at 7 a.m. Eastern with our Cannabis Daily newsletter. And yesterday we told you we were launching a new content series, the Expert Series. Our first expert was our retail expert, Krista Raymer, the CEO of Vitrina Group. We encourage you to check that out on our YouTube channel, which is also linked below. And this was episode 37 of the Cannabis Daily Show. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, wherever you caught the program. We encourage you to please do subscribe, and we will see you on Wednesday.